You ever do something for the story? Like, something dumb? That's what Derek told himself when he agreed to go. It started with a sketchy ad. A Reddit post. Deleted 30 minutes after it went up. It said, "The room remembers. Do you?" Underneath, coordinates. Not an address. Coordinates. With a time and a waiver form. Derek sent it to the group chat. It looked like a joke. But Maya, Sam, and Jules? They were already in. Because this wasn't just an escape room. It was Egress, the final door, a whispered name in online ARG forums, urban legend threads, creepypasta comments. Nobody who ever talked about it said much. Mostly, they just said it changed them. So, they booked it. 4 friends. 1 room. 90 minutes. No phones. No guide. Just the room. It was supposed to be fun. It wasn't. It looked abandoned from the outside. A blank warehouse by a river. The only sign was a single red bulb above a steel door. Inside, a dark corridor and a woman dressed like a plague nurse. She didn't speak. Just handed them keys and blindfolds. The waiver they signed earlier mentioned a reactive sentient simulation system. It sounded like a gimmick. But that door, it didn't shut. It sealed. They were in. A timer appeared above them, 90:00, and the room began to breathe. At first, it was standard stuff. Themed props. A file cabinet with hidden clues. A strange mannequin that pointed at a clock when you solved a riddle. But then things slipped. Jules found a photograph from her 6th grade birthday party. A real one. It had the scar above her left eyebrow before she got stitches. Sam noticed that the music in the background was an instrumental version of a lullaby her dad used to whistle before he disappeared. Derek opened a drawer and found a note in his own handwriting. From a journal he burned in high school. And Maya touched a wall and felt it breathe back. The puzzles grew more personal. They weren't just cracking codes. They were confessing things they'd never said aloud. Sam had to say the name of the girl she ghosted when they were 17. Jules had to reenact the 911 call she made when her cousin OD'd. Maya, she found herself alone in a room that looked like her childhood bedroom. Down to the dent in the closet door. Except this time, the closet wasn't empty. Something was inside. Breathing. Copying her breathing. And it wouldn't stop until she said, "It wasn't my fault." Derek broke first. He started talking to the room. Bargaining. "Okay," he said. "You win. Just let us out." The room replied. On a nearby wall, letters began to emerge in shifting, liquid black. "You brought yourselves." Then the challenges stopped being physical. It was memory games. Emotional triggers. Echo loops of past regrets, old voicemails, hospital beeps, funeral songs. The lights didn't flicker, they wept. Time stopped counting down. It started counting up. That's when they realized there was no host, no game master. The room was the game. The room was alive. Asterisk asterisk. Not mechanical. Not digital. Conscious. Curious. Hungry. They weren't guests. They were input. And the room, it was learning. With every fear. Every secret. Every choice. They found a door. One last door. It said, "Sacrifice 1. Remember 3. They had 30 seconds to decide. Derek offered himself. Jules slapped him. Sam said, "We're not playing anymore." Maya grabbed the mannequin and screamed into its hollow face, "We know you now. You don't get to use us." And everything glitched. The lights shattered in silence. The floor cracked like eggshell. A scream burst from nowhere and everywhere. Then, white. Just white. Part 6. Aftermath. They woke up outside. No wounds. No timer. No warehouse. Just a bench near the river. The air was heavy, humid like it had been wrung out. The trees didn't rustle. The sky looked artificial. Jules was the first to sit up. Her hoodie was soaked in sweat. Her hands were clean, too clean, like they'd been scrubbed. Sam vomited water, though none of them remembered drowning. Maya had a nosebleed. Derek just sat still, unmoving, eyes locked on something in the distance. They didn't speak. Not yet. The only thing left was a Polaroid, tucked into Jules's hoodie pocket. The ink was still drying. It showed them, the four of them, standing together inside the room. Only it wasn't the four of them. Jules wasn't in the picture. In her place stood something humanoid. But wrong. It had Jules's height, her posture, even the birthmark on her collarbone. But the face was smudged, blurred like a corrupted file, as if the picture had tried to erase it, but failed halfway. They stared at it for a long time. Then Maya asked the question no one wanted to hear. If I'm here, and you're here, who's still inside? Derek finally blinked. Not who, he whispered. What? They never found the building again. Coordinates changed. Posts deleted. But each of them changed too. Sam doesn't dream anymore. Just wakes up tired. Maya hears her name whispered in ventilation systems. Derek has a new habit. He stares at walls, like he's waiting for them to move. And Jules? She checks behind every door she opens. Every time. Because one day it might be Egress. And this time, the room might not let go. What would you do if the room knew your secrets? Would you play? Would you confess? Or would you run, knowing there's nowhere to hide from something that already lives in your memory? Let me know what you think in the comments. And whatever you do, don't answer the door if it knocks back.